Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 1st. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this divine timing card. It says your angels are working behind the scenes. You have this exploring card. It says you're exploring different potential paths to success. And it is a very successful and I would say lucky time for you. You have Jupiter in your sign. Whenever it makes sense is what I'm trying to say, that you would get a card like exploring because of Jupiter in your sign. You're probably expanding out into the world. So this could be like literal exploring, but it could also just be you learning new things or learning new ideas or kind of having expansive thoughts, which definitely makes sense. You have the Devil, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Don't really like that. we're going to clarify that for sure. But I would be careful if you have like a cold devil-like person in your life. I would either cut this person out if you have a person like this, or I would remove them from your life, period. This could also be like a past person who's trying to weasel their way back in. So, again, if you have a person like that, I would be careful. And again, here's the other thing. Again, right? We should play an again drinking game. But what I would say is that you have all these good cards of you kind of like glowing here. Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. And so is that why a person's coming back? Is a person trying to come back because they see attention that you're getting, or they see that you're standing out, or, whatever the case may be here? I would definitely be careful of a past person with this energy. I think that the rest of the reading is pretty good. It says that you're expanding onto this new journey or path that could lead to the Ten of Pentacles. But I would make sure that someone, doesn't get in the way and slow things down. If you're wondering who this person is in your life, it could just be a person who is very cold or who left you in a cold way, like maybe they just disappeared or ghosted or whatever. But the King of Swords is about really having discernment and really being able to see, a situation for what it is. And I kind of feel like the universe here is saying, make sure that anyone who enters into your life at this time, whether it's past or a new person, make sure that you are using your discernment to see whether or not they're like a good person, or whether or not things are right or wrong in the situation. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is like lying, cheating, stealing. So this could be a person who is a liar, cheater, stealer. I feel if this is a person from the past, that they are still a liar, cheater, stealer. So again, there's really not much else to say here. I think that even if they come in with like an apology or something, that there are still things here. And look, you have the Devil on the bottom of the clarifying deck here as well. So I think there are still things that they are like hiding and not revealing. With the Devil, you have the Chariot. Yes, you're moving away from this, right? The Chariot, normally he has the city behind him, and it represents the fact that he's leaving his past behind and he's setting himself apart. So again, I think that you are setting yourself apart from any situation that you are stuck or bound to, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing. And so again, for some of you, this doesn't even have to be love. This could just be something that you've been, bound to, or that you feel like has been keeping you stuck, and you're expanding with Jupiter. That's what I feel like you're doing. You have the Three of Wands. The card of expansion is kind of like your middle card here. With the King of Swords, you have the Judgment card. Told you. Judgment is one of the only cards in the tarot that I feel represents a person coming back from the past. So again, I would definitely be careful of this. I feel like you have moved on from it, is what the Chariot is saying. The Chariot says you have taken control of your life or your destiny, or whatever you want to call it, and now it's time to keep moving forward. The people on the Judgment card, they're inside their coffins, and the coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life, and they need to like ascend to a higher level outside of the coffin. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is saying it's time to kind of let go of the past and release something from the past so that you can ascend. I'm wondering if you've dealt with a person that is, really stuck to the past themselves. It's like maybe they went back to the past, and now they're coming back to you to go back to the past. It's like a person who always does that. And so I would, again, be very careful of this energy. It seems to me like you're on this journey, on a journey, Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, and I feel like the Judgment card is saying like the universe is calling you to explore a new life, and that's what I would focus on. I would focus on your purpose with the Judgment card. With the Seven of Swords, You have the King of Swords, basically what I just said. So I feel like this person is a liar, or they just hold things back, or they don't talk about things or don't say things. It's almost like this is the type of person where it's like they expect people to read their mind. They expect people to pick up what they're putting down, even though they are not clear about what they're talking about in the first place. So again, I would be careful of that. Next, we're going to look at what's coming in for you. You have a Scarab Beetle. It says magic works through you. You have this Dog Spirit. It says be loyal to what you love. And you have the Six of Cups. I personally don't read the Six of Cups coming back from the past unless there's like a bunch of cards around it that say someone's coming back from the past. But again, we've kind of already talked about this. But what I do feel is that the Six of Cups represents childlike energy. And so it would represent being loyal to what you love and making sure that you're pouring more energy into the things that make you feel childlike. The other thing I will say about the Six of Cups is that the Six of Cups is usually a gift from the universe. And the gift we usually receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning, things can get better in our lives, or we can move towards a dream or whatever. I always tell a story that, when I was like the most stuck I've ever been in my life, I was having zero fun. I wasn't doing anything to socialize, to, get out of the house, to do things in my life, and I was just staying stuck. And so really what changed my life is I started going for walks. But, after that, I started spending time with friends, and, things got better from there. And I'm convinced that, what made that happen is I was, embracing my more childlike energy. I was going, having fun, releasing energy. You can't think of good ideas when you're just focused on working, which is what I was trying to do. I was trying to solve a problem. I didn't have money, so I was constantly trying to work. I was constantly trying to fix the situation, but I was forcing it. And I never had any good ideas during that time. But when I got out of the house, when I went and did things, that's when all the good ideas came back to me. So I feel like the Six of Cups is kind of like encouraging you. Basically what I'm saying here is that was the turnaround for me. So I feel like you embracing childlike energy could create a turnaround where you release anything that's been keeping you stuck, and that's what I feel like this is kind of saying. Again, if there is a person, sorry, wrong camera. If there is a person from the past, I feel like they're just trying to cause conflict, or maybe they can sense that a new person is coming in for you with the Knight of Cups. You have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands says you're very attractive at this time, so I feel like you need to get out there, get attention. Even if you don't want love, this could be very good for work and business as well. You could be attracting, more money, or a raise or a promotion, or new clients, or something like that. So I feel like now is a really good time for you to get attention. Again, with Jupiter, you're definitely glowing, definitely expanding, and so I would take advantage of that energy. I always say that, tarot and astrology can't do anything for you. They can't make anything happen. All they are is like a map for your life. All they are is energy that exists. You have to be the one to take advantage of it and use it. So I would be doing something that makes you expand in the world. I would be doing something that causes growth so that you can take advantage of this Queen of Wands energy. You have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords here. And yeah, you have the Two of Swords to the Hangman. Two of Swords is not really seeing things clearly. She has this blindfold on. The Hangman is hanging upside down, so he's seeing things from a new perspective, but they're both not moving. So I feel like both of these cards are kind of saying, it's time for you to move towards this right here. It's time for you to get to this new island that exists behind you. She is thinking this or that. She thinks she only has two choices, but really she has a third option right here. That is that island. She could move to that island and experience something completely different, but she has to expand to be able to get there, which I feel this whole entire reading is basically saying, expansion, Gemini, you need to expand. With the Six of Cups, you have the Queen of Wands. Whenever there's a bunch of repeating cards, like already there's a couple of repeating cards here, it's basically the universe saying I meant what I said. So I feel like you're very attractive at this time. It doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you could be attracting a new person, but you're going to have to, get out in public so that people can see you. The Queen of Wands is also about moving boldly towards something that you want to accomplish. And we have the Chariot, which is pretty much the same thing. The Chariot says where there's will, there's a way. Or the Chariot says you really need to, take control of those reins and make something happen. And the Queen of Wands is very similar. With the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles. I do feel that you could be kind of improving your finances here. You had some card here. Oh, no. I thought you had a different card, but it says a time to give rather than take. I thought it was a different one in this deck, but still, I think your finances could be improving. You have the Ten of Pentacles as well. So it might be a good time to work on, stabilizing finances. With the Two of Swords, you have the King of Wands. There you go. So definitely a new person, someone who's warm, who is bold and assertive and confident. I feel like this person over here is the opposite. So definitely a new type of person. It's kind of funny because I see you giving a person a chance. Like those are the words that are popping into my head. So what I mean by that is that maybe you're not, I feel like you're attracted to this person, but it's like maybe it wouldn't be your first choice, if that makes sense. But I think that clearly there is going to be a lot of attraction and desire here. So it's almost like maybe a person approaches you, or, maybe you're on Tinder or whatever you kids use nowadays, and, this person like makes a move and you're like, okay, I'll go out with this person. But maybe it turns into like future love. Next in the air, what are we doing? Oh yeah, messages from your future self. You have this courage card and this diligence card. I do feel like your future self with the wands cards is encouraging you to have the courage to move towards something new. And the reason I say that is because you end with the Knight of Cups. The story of the Knight of Cups is that he's standing in the desert, but there's water flowing in front of him. And so even though he is in a position in his life where nothing can grow in the desert, he is still standing in front of water. So if he plants seeds in front of that water, they will grow. And I feel that for a lot of you. You have to have the courage to plant seeds in a new field, right? And you have to work diligently towards making those seeds grow. But if you do that, I feel like you will be successful. You have the Five of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Hangman. I feel like your future self is saying that if a past person's coming back, they're just trying to cause conflict. Maybe they can sense that there's a new good person coming in for you. So I would just totally avoid them. The Five of Wands is not just about conflict and competition, though. It also represents learning. It says, what did you learn from the conflicts or the challenges that you've experienced in your life? And I feel like you need to pay attention to that with the Five of Wands. I would look at what you have learned and all that you have learned so that you can be much more successful. And that's what I would do here with the Five of Wands. You also have the Three of Wands. Again, probably the most important card here. The story of the Three of Wands is that he thinks he's looking at the desert. That water is golden in color. But when he looks closer, he sees the ships and he realizes that there's an opportunity. So I really do feel that this part of the reading right here, actually, going this way, is saying that there is an opportunity coming in for you that maybe you're not looking at because of the Two of Swords. She has a blindfold on, but you do have the King of Wands. King of Wands is the visionary. He sees the future, and I feel like you see the future of something, but it's not like you're seeing the future. It's more that you see that there could be a future, which is a different word. At least in my head, it's a different word. It's like you see that there could potentially be a future with something new. And so I think if you look closer at the opportunities that are coming your way, that's what's going to cause expansion. I also do feel a lot of you could be, I think a lot of people are shifting or changing right now. So, this could be a shift in work or business that could lead to a lot of growth and expansion. You have the Hangman. So the Hangman requires us to see things from a new perspective. And again, I really do get that here. Like, I'm not trying to be mysterious or anything like that, but I do feel there is an opportunity that's coming in for you that when you first look at it, it's just okay, But I think when you look deeper or you look at it from a new perspective, it's like everything you want, because right next to this, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is everything you want and desire. So I would keep your eyes open. I would keep your eyes peeled for any new opportunities. With the Five of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords, yes. I really feel like there's a person that you've dealt with in the past that's trying to cause a problem here. I would block them or completely avoid them because I think they're just trying to shake things up. The Knight of Swords is an energy of being hasty. It also says do not rush to anger. So again, someone could just be trying to get you to have a reaction, to piss you off so that they can be like, see, I always knew that this person what was this way. I always knew that this person was a jerk, or I always knew that this person was, whatever, right? And it's almost like I get the energy of a person trying to do that to you. And it's like sometimes, I think when a person leaves us sometimes or, cheats on us or whatever, it's like they have to turn us into the monster, right? They have to, because then they can say, okay, it was right for me to cheat on this person, or it was right for me to be the wrong, right? So don't let this person be right is what I feel like this is saying. It's like, don't prove this person right by having a reaction. I think if you let it go or you block them or move on, it really shows them that they're the jerk, right? With the Three of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups. I think this is going to be a very expansive connection if you're looking for love. The thing I will say is that the Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands can represent kind of like you dreaming or you having a dream. So if you don't want love, and even if you do want love, this could be you working on your dream or working on creating something that will cause your finances to expand here, or will it cause just expansion in your life in general. With the Hangman, you have the Four of Cups. I really like this Four of Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot, and you can see those 3 cups are pouring into 1 cup. So if you're attracting love, I feel you really could be attracting a person who really pours into you, a person who, really gives to the connection and makes things overflow. So I think that's like much better than what you experienced. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this first quarter moon. It says your commitment is being tested. You have this card. It says a time to give rather than take. I feel like the commitment is a commitment to yourself. The commitment that you're never going to allow a jerk back into your life or whatever the case may be. The time to give rather than take, I feel like it's saying it's time to invest in this right here, which is probably your dream. It's time to give by planting seeds here in front of the water so that your dream can grow, whatever your dream life is. I also feel like it's time to give to yourself more here, Gemini. I mean, again, if I can't say it enough, Jupiter in your sign. I think Jupiter in your sign, when Jupiter is in your sign, it's an amazing time to, give to yourself, nurture yourself, take care of your health, all that other stuff, because expansion. And, that's exactly what I would do with the Knight of Cups. I do feel this could be love, could be a water sign, but I don't know. I feel like fire and earth really stand out to me in your reading, so it's probably a fire or an earth sign that is coming in for you here. I feel like you're moving away. I also feel like you are going to see just how cold someone was. I think that maybe you had this idea that this last person was love or gave love, but really I feel getting into something new, you're going to see that this person really didn't do anything at all. And the other thing I will say is sometimes it kind of gives me the vibes that sometimes I think if we get with a person and then we get into this position where we are always the one that's giving, we put that person on a pedestal or we make them more valuable than they actually are, because it's been scientifically proven when you give to something, you automatically think it's more valuable than it actually is because you've given it energy. And I feel like you got into a pattern with a past person where you were always giving and they weren't giving anything, whatever. You have the Hermit. The Hermit is about shining your inner light. It's showing up in the good stuff. So I kind of feel like you could be leaving Hermit mode and maybe socializing, or maybe you're getting out in public and meeting new people, which I think would be great with the Hermit card. Definitely could lead to more success. You also have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is like everything you want and desire in your life. So I feel for a lot of you that you are really expanding towards this dream of the Ten of Pentacles. Every single person this week has had the Ten of Pentacles. I think that really on a very simple level, we've had all this energy in Taurus. Taurus encourages freedom. I thought this card was one of the Taurus cards in this deck that says prosperity lies ahead or something like that. I thought that's what that card was. So with all the energy in Taurus, it pushes us towards freedom. It pushes us towards building a Ten of Pentacles. With the Knight of Cups, true love, for sure. I feel like this person has a lot to give. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, but also could represent a person who really overflows, a person who gives more than they take. So you could be attracting a real giver here. With the Hermit, you have the Three of Pentacles. I also think that we're in a time, Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto will be in Aquarius in November, officially moving into Aquarius in November. And I think it's an amazing time for people to show their work, to show what they have accomplished, or to be a living example. And so if you do that with the Hermit, it could lead to something. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Strength card. It's like this is what you've been waiting for. I feel like you've been very patient to attract a Ten of Pentacles. Could be a very solid relationship, a solid connection. Could be a good person. Could be meeting a person where you start a family with them. Whatever the case may be. You have this February card and this finger. It says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. I'm telling you right now that this is a warning against this person. So I would definitely pay attention. This past person could have been born in the month of February. You have this bouquet card. It says compliments from an admirer. Definitely a new person. I'm wondering if you feel like this person is too nice at first. I'm wondering if you're like, this person seems a little bit too nice. Like, are they trying to get something from me or whatever? Again, I'm not telling you what to do, but I feel like it would be worth it to give this a new person a chance. You have this flowers card. It says happiness on it. Definitely, I would focus on happiness as well. I think the whole entire reading, but I think everybody right now needs to draw their attention to things that bring more happiness into the world, because things are kind of going the other direction. So I think that us as little people, right, we have the power to change the world through focusing on creating more beautiful things in the world. You have this March card in this vine. It says, seek out information that will help you. It's a great time for learning as well. I've been a big fan of learning since Saturn was in Capricorn back in 2016 or whatever it was. So I think self-education, learning as much as you can, is really going to be helpful. You have this diamond card. It says, you will be receiving or giving a precious gift. Yeah, if you're attracting a person, I think the person is a gift. For others, I feel there just could be blessings coming in for you. But this looks amazing. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.